So I'm willing to argue that some people just don't want relationships. They want options. And I think social media provides that for them.
Yes. People leave loyal people because the internet convinced them that something better is always one DM away.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Roll it. I believe that women look to social media for validation way too much.
I can agree with you, but I also cannot agree with you because there are a percentage of women that do look for some type of validation because they're not confident in themselves. But there's the other percentage of women that don't look for validation. They just know that I'm just doing me.
And so let's say most women, you don't think half of the women that are online right now, most of them don't look for validation online?
When you say it like that, yes, I can agree with you. But how you said it the first time, no, because there are some women that don't be looking for validation, like me.
So you don't... Do you feel like women confuse attention with value?
Yes.
Why? Explain.
I'm going back to the first thing that I said. They deal with a lot of trauma. They deal with a lot of things that make them feel like they're not valued enough. And so they look for those type of validations. They look for something to make them feel good. Something to make them feel like, I am somebody or whatever. So yes, I feel like some women do look for validation online because they don't have that.
I don't even think it's just women though. I think men, they try to seek validation as well online. The validation that they're not getting at home, the validation that they're not getting from their spouses, their significant other, their children, the people that matter in their life. I feel like social media is that drug that gives people the validation that they need.
Absolutely.
The other half of that coin is a lot of people hate on people that take social media seriously or that quote unquote live on social media and say, oh, you shouldn't be posting your life and doing X, Y, and Z when they're just seeking to be seen because they're not seen in their regular walk of life. So the average person, or to most people that don't get the affirmations that they need within their circle, they look to it for social media, and that social media gives them that high that they're looking for.
Absolutely. I feel like a lot of people is looking for validation, whether they post the content or whether they're looking at the content or they're looking at whatever it is that you're doing. They're looking for some type of validation in any way, shape, or form they're going to get that. They're going to get it.
I think that social media makes women emotionally unavailable.
Elaborate.
Or maybe I should take that statement back.
Get that out, and then we could talk about the right thing, like how it's handed out.
In women that I've encountered or that I've dealt with, or that not even so much on that level, just friends or whatever the case may be, a lot of them compare themselves on social media. And for me, or from what I've seen, that leaves them in a mindset of thinking that they're always behind. Like they're never where they want to be. They're never in the right position, and they're continuously comparing their life to somebody else to the point where they don't care about nothing else that's going on, as long as they got that bag, as long as they're trying to level up and get on a level of their friend or whatever the case may be. It's like, emotionally, I'm bro, you got kids at home, you got a whole man at home, and you worried about what they doing online. I just feel like emotionally, social media triggers people to compete when they don't have to.
That just tells me that in your past that you've been dealing with insecure women. And there are some insecure men as well. But if you don't have a sound-minded, grounded woman, you won't have to worry about that stuff 90% of I would give it 98% of the time, because that woman is not worried about that. I'm going to boldly make this statement. And I may get flagged for it, but I'm okay because I'm secure in what I'm about to say, okay?
Hold on now. Hold on.
You got sip.
Go ahead.
And I'm going to read this out. Because I took my time and I thought about this, so I'm going to read this one out.
Now she did homework.
Men are addicted to access. Social media normalized disrespect. Temptation became too convenient. Men move differently online than in real life. Wouldn't you agree? You just go sip. That means you agree. And I'm going to read it again.
Okay, so let's start. No. Let's start at the top. You said men are addicted to access.
Men are addicted to access.
Yes, I think social media has. I can agree. I definitely can agree. I think that social media has given us a different type of access that we didn't have coming up. You know what I'm saying? Now, you feel what I'm saying? Your favorite, IG girl or whatever the case may be, the porn stars, whoever you used to have a crush on, they're literally a DM away. They're literally one click, one button away, and now everybody's accessible now. That's the times that we live in. Being a public figure or being let's say somebody famous, you could only see them like in movies, commercials, or whatever the case may be. Now social media, the roles have changed where now fans, they want access to your actual life. That goes for the crush, your IG model, your stripper, whatever the case may be. So I feel like, yes, I think that men definitely have become addicted to the access. Yes, I would agree with you on that. Social media normalizing disrespect. Yes, I agree on both sides, for both men and women. Because now it's easy to judge somebody that you don't know. You could take a picture where you were just living your life, like you were just minding your business, and the caption could say one thing, and people will judge you based on just what they see.
Yeah. And I think that has to do with insecurities too, though.
I wouldn't necessarily always call it insecurity. I just think that social media has normalized, freedom of speech. Like, at the end of the day, I don't.
So you think people are just flat out disrespectful like that?
Yeah, I think so. Absolutely.
You don't think that person is dealing with something internally?
Not everybody. I think that social media just normalizes or magnifies. Let's use that. That's a better word. I think social media magnifies who people already are. So if you have a bunch of hate going around, or if you have a bunch of disrespect going around, that's just them. That's them magnified. Social media just gives everybody a platform to say what's in their heart.
I believe that.
Do I think that it all stems from some type of mental health or nah? I just think that some people are just dark.
I just wanted to see if we're on the same page.
But yeah, men are addicted to access. I definitely give you that one.
How about temptation becoming too convenient?
Yeah, I mean, that goes back to the conversation that we had. I feel that social media gives you, it will always give you the temptation to cheat.
You tempted?
Nah, I'm not tempted, but hold on.
But
Hold on, let me wipe my sweat. You said my drink. Oh, you asking the good questions tonight. Say now, but
you tempted?
No, I'm not tempted. But I think in having the conversation, I do think social media definitely makes it easier to be tempted to cheat or tempted to go astray or walk away from the things that matter. Not even just talking about relationship, not even just talking about marriage. I think that social media just has a way. If you don't use it correctly, it will flip your whole life upside down.
That's why I believe that you should have a plan when coming into social media. Especially if this is your workplace.
Yeah.
You should definitely have a plan, because sometimes I can disconnect from that. Other times I cannot because I have to work. But for the most part, I disconnect because I see a lot of stuff in the back end, like the comments, and like people are really like
right.
It makes me wonder, like, who your parents were. Like,
And what was the last one you said? What was the last one you said on your perspective about men?
the last thing.
Yeah,
I
the
said
last
about
thing
men?
that you said. What was the last thing?
I said men move differently online than in real life.
What you mean by that?
So
Women do too. The shorty will like and love every picture that you post. Everything that you do, especially in the stories. They'll love it, they'll like it, they'll heart it, they'll fire it. Listen. But then the moment they see you in public, it's as if they see a ghost. So I feel like women are just as guilty as men when it comes to how they interact with them online versus in person. So let's go back. Why do women act different online than in real life?
I don't know. Some women are insecure. They're not confident. I would argue that some women, because they're not confident with their self, there will be one person online and definitely another person in person. Like, they will probably, just like you just said, like, they will talk to you online all day, every day, or whatever the case is. But when they get in front of you, that insecurity kicks in. So now they blank. They can't say nothing. They can't think or anything like that.
Wow. Okay.
It's a psychological thing, though. I can argue that it can be a psychological thing.
All right, let's get a little controversial. All right. Let's get into a little disagreement. Let's get. All right, stick with me. Stay with me.
Agree to disagree.
What? I wasn't saying should. I said should.
Okay. Okay.
Should your spouse have access to your phone?
Are we speaking in general?
In general, just should your spouse be allowed to have access to your phone, or should your spouse have access to your phone?
I don't know.
What you mean you don't know?
Because here we go again. Social media has.
But we're not even addressing social media. Social media has nothing to do. Well, it does because
It does a lot because it goes back to the cheating stuff. You're not trusting your spouse.
It does have something.
All of that.
It does have something to do with the topic. However, I think a lot of people don't want to give the password or the access because of what's going on social media. However, for the people, let's say let's give them the benefit of the doubt. They don't even use social media like that. However, they disagree with their spouse or their significant other having access to their phone. Should your person have access to your phone?
Yes.
Why?
I don't know. It's just something to do.
What?
It don't make me never mind if I have access to your phone or not.
No, but you just said it's just something to do. Like, so it just randomly. I go to work, I come home. Hey, where your phone at? Let me just go through your phone.
So here's my dilemma, right? Speaking for myself, if I have access to your phone or if I don't have access to your phone, it does not bother me. Okay. So in the state of emergency or something like that, and I need to get access into your phone, that's logic. I could do that. But to come home and to just go through your phone like that just leaves for my relationship to be chaotic, because now I'm going to feel I'm insecure, so I have to look through your phone. And then I'm opening up a can of worms because you're going to feel some type of way, like, why is she going through my phone? Like, and then you may not be even doing anything. And I could create some kind of chaos for you where you start, treating me different because now I'm invading your space. I do feel like even if we're married, some type of privacy is still okay.
Yeah. I think there's a difference between secrecy and privacy.
It is.
You feel what I'm saying? So I agree. From my point of view, I think that your significant other, not your significant other, understand, if we're talking about the realm of marriage, I do think that your marriage or your wife or husband should have access to your phone. In case emergency, whatever the case may be, they can reach out to whoever they need to reach out to, whatever the whole nine. However, is it a must? I disagree. I don't think they should have access to it. However, if they don't, I don't think that should cause any type of problems within our marriage.
Agree.
Because at the end of the day, a lot of people, they create battles, or they create walls, and they let stuff like that in, because you go into that relationship, and when you have the mentality that I need access to your life or what it is that you're doing, I feel like indirectly you're creating a monster, because truth be told,
you're telling me that
you're speaking things. Yeah, you're speaking things into existence by doing that.
And we have to realize that the enemy can't read our minds, but he sees what we do. Mm-hmm. And so the slightest opportunity he get to destroy something, he's going to take that.
Right.
And that's why I feel like we should be very mindful of how we take care of our spouse, I'll say it this way. We should be very mindful of how we handle our spouse, because the slightest negativity that's put out in the atmosphere, the devil could take that little thing and turn it into something big where it doesn't even have
Honestly,
to be
I don't even want the relationship if I got to do all of that, though. I don't want the marriage. I don't want the relationship. If I have to continuously look over my shoulder to keep tabs on what you're doing, I don't want it. It ain't worth it. Because now that makes me,
though. If you gotta do that, you're not happy.
That takes so much of my peace, to the point where it's like, yo, every day I am second guessing and wondering what you are doing, who you are talking to. I don't have time for that. I don't want to deal with that.
Agreed.
Like, why should anybody have to deal with that? You feel what I'm saying? And speaking from experience of being that person, you feel what I'm saying? I'm putting myself on a high seat. At the end of the day, don't look at me like that. At the end of the day, I've been there. However, now it's like, yo, it's not worth it. It's not worth the frustration. It's not worth the hurt. It's not worth the danger that comes with it as well, too. Because some of these females is crazy.
Yeah.
That's why we be TikTok. We be seeing some of these females and these dudes that done shot up they significant other, girls, and stabbed up their boyfriends or whatever the case. Like, listen, like, when you go down that road, it can get extremely dangerous, and I just feel like it's not worth it.
Yeah, if you have to, I can agree. If I have to go through all of this stuff and putting violence have to be included in that, I'm not wasting my time with that. Yeah. It's not worth it.
The password is not that serious for me. Like, at the end of the day, yes, I feel like if we're locked in, the whole location thing, the password thing, yes. If you want access to my phone, cool. However, want the access, make sure your motives are right when you want that access to my life, or want that access to what it is that I'm doing. Don't have hidden agendas like, okay, I'm keeping tabs on you. Because 9 times out of 10, with that mindset, you're going to find something that's going to hurt you, that's going to piss you off. And I feel that had you not had that mindset, you probably wouldn't be in that situation.
So, if I go through your phone right now, I'm going to get pissed off?
I don't think so, because there's nothing in my phone to hide.
What you mean you don't think so? It's either yes or no. What?
So okay, so let's dissect that. At the end of the day, conversations with my boys, conversations with some of my friends, conversations with my brothers. Like, at the end of the day, I feel as though you can take certain conversations out of context, and that can disappoint or that can hurt you. Like, if me and my boy and we see something, just being men, because I know y'all ladies be ladies, I know y'all females be females, but if we're just being boys, yo, you see such and such, yo, brother, at the end of the day, it's not acting on it, but men are going to be men. I'd feel as though if I'm in a relationship or in a marriage, and I'm going to say this boldly, they might flame me in the comments, but I feel as though I don't have to rob myself of being a man just because I'm married.
Explain it.
And what I mean by that is men are going to be men. I feel like men are going to, like, at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure when y'all with y'all girls, y'all go to the mall or whatever, y'all go get y'all. If y'all see a handsome guy walking up and down the street or whatever, oh, he's handsome, oh, he good looking, whatever the case may be. Girls go on their trips with their girls or whatever. You're married, you're in a relationship. However, I don't think it's wrong for you to acknowledge, yo, he's a handsome guy.
So
why should men now, am I okay with you just calling another nigga handsome? Nah, I'm not. However, you're being a girl. You're with your girl. So why is it that you're supposed to automatically, once you get in a relationship or a marriage per se, why are you supposed to lose your identity as a woman?
You know what I feel? I think that society has made it very difficult for people to openly give compliments.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have an issue telling a girl or a guy that they look pretty or they're beautiful or they're handsome or anything like that. So that, for me, that's not a problem. Now, I think where the insecurities come in is when you act on what you're seeing. That's different.
I agree. And I think that that's what, because men, like, what is, I don't, and I'm just speaking for me. Like, at the end of the day, do I want you to do that in front of my face? Nah. But at sometimes, like, we have conversations, yo, you think her butt real? Like, we be having those conversations, like, yo, you think that's real? This thing? We have where me and you are comfortable having that conversation.
Yes.
Now, I wouldn't say that we're comfortable with giving other people compliments in each other's presence like that, but going back to the whole phone narrative of, if I go through your phone, do you think I'm gonna get pissed off by something? There are conversations with me and my boys where we're acknowledging or shedding light or like looking at funny videos or videos of girls dancing and stuff like that, where, yeah, you could look at it and be like, you know, yo, why are you doing? Yo, we're being men. All we're doing is shedding light or laughing at something that's either funny on the internet, some funny that some girl posted, or that's like, yo, look at this. But you might see it and be like, oh, that's what you like? Nah, that's not what that is. Because that's typically what happened. It's like, yo, that's like you, if you in the group chat with your girls, and y'all like, yo, that boy, yo, he got abs. He got an 8-pack, blah, blah, blah. And then I come to go through your phone, and I see you talking about that, or I see you like that. I'm like, yo, that's what you like? You like, nah, I just gave a compliment. Like, I just feel like, yo, it goes back to the whole security thing. Like, I just feel like if you are secure with who you are with, I feel like, yo, like, at the end of the day, why do you have to stop being who you, not so much who you are, but why do you have to literally, like, it's like you're in a box to a certain extent, in my opinion. But, you know, we're going to leave that up for the debate in the comments, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, let us know what y'all feel. If we're married, why is your phone a secret?
I think that privacy and secrecy are two different things. They're not the same thing. So you need to elaborate.
Nah, I think most people say privacy, but it really means hidden behavior.
No.
Yes.
Privacy and secrecy are two different things.
Privacy, my ass. They talking about hidden behavior.
So I think that social media has made people forget how to build through hard seasons.
I would agree, because everybody only posts the highlights.
Yeah.
They only post the good parts. They don't post the lonely nights, the stress, the disappointments. They don't really highlight the things that are going wrong in life. You know what I'm saying? It's all about we up.
Or the difficult moments.
Right? Mm-hmm.
One of my difficult moments through our marriage is when is our trucking company. When you used to drive every night. Yo, I used to hate that.
Really?
I do.
Yo, you would literally cry when I left.
I would literally cry because I know that, you know, this is what we sign up for. We're establishing companies and stuff like that, but it's just the fear of you going out there on the road. Like, people are crazy out there.
Yeah.
And I'm just leaving you open. Like, I would sacrifice sleep to go with you versus going to sleep. And for me to get ready for what I got going on.
Yeah.
But then I had to realize that I'm not God.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know.
It fed our family well. You know what I'm saying? We did extremely well driving trucks. However, one of the I'm trying to use wisdom in the season of my life, especially when it comes to handling you, that if it's costing you your peace with me getting on this road every night, although it does provide, I just feel like it's up to me to find another way. And that's why we sold it. Happy wife, happy life. Like I'm trying to be better.
I don't even think it has to do with happy wife, happy life. Like, cause
I just consider how you feel.
In relationships, you're going to have those tough moments. You're going to have to make those hard decisions, right? And so, would I have gotten over it? Yes. Yeah. But would I be still anxious to a certain point? Yes.
Yeah.
But that's where it comes with sacrificing and being a team.
Right.
And weighing your options to, okay, is this worth it? Or if it's not worth it, like, you know, that's where those deep conversations comes in that actually help your relationship, I would say.
I agree. I think it also, too, you have to lean in on trusting God as well, too, because when we started discussing, was that the primary reason why we let it go? No, because, you know, at that time, you know, Trump was doing what he was doing. Gas prices is rising, brokers not adjusting their rates and stuff like that. So it's a lot more that went into that decision, and it was just the perfect time to sell it. But I just feel like typically when God is directing you one way, you got to trust him. You got to be all in, because evidently we wouldn't be right here with the people or have the audience that we have or growing this media brand had we stayed locked in on that or been so scared to the point that, okay, if we let this go, how is God going to provide here? Every time, if God say move, 9 times out of 10, he has something better behind his back.
He's already opened
and the door. What we're walking in now is much better than what we had before, and it's leading to more income, it's leading to bigger opportunities, it's leading to a bigger audience, it's leading to helping people even more now, because now we're having the conversations that people don't want to have. So I feel like this part, you have to be all in and trusting God. Your faith has to be, you don't have to have big faith. You know, the Bible talks about
that mustard seed.
You know, the Bible talks about that mustard seed, but I feel like that mustard seed is still big faith.
Yeah.
Like you can have mustard seed faith, but I feel like that faith is still big to God, because that's that faith that you have to tap into when the world is full of so much uncertainty. Rapid fire. You ready for some rapid fire? All right, here we go. Can men and women really be friends?
Yes.
Is liking pictures disrespectful?
No.
Should your spouse post you more?
Hell yes.
Is emotional cheating worse than physical cheating?
Yes.
Would you stay after betrayal?
50-50. Can men and women really be friends?
Yes, they can.
Is liking pictures disrespectful?
No, it's not disrespectful.
Should your spouse post you more?
Absolutely. They should. They should definitely post me more. You should definitely post me more. Even though them jokers don't like me. Because she'll get 1,000 likes on a picture, but then she posts me and that joke be at 10.
But they still view it though.
Them niggas don't like me.
They don't like you because you got something they want. Right?
You absolutely right.
Right. You got the whole
I ain't complaining. Hey, listen. I ain't.
Okay. Is emotional cheating worse than physical cheating?
I believe so. I would say that. Because when you're emotionally connected to somebody, it's hard to break. Physically, you could have a bad physical attraction or physical situation or engagement physically. But when you're emotionally connected to something, that's like a soul tie. Like, you can't get rid of that.
Oh, yeah. Soul ties. That's a whole nother conversation.
Oh, man. That's hard.
Anyways, would you stay after betrayal?
50-50. 99-1. Yeah, nah. I don't know.
99% to stay?
To leave? You bugging. I'm out of there. What?
So what?
This is rapid questions.
No.
We're not elaborating on the topic. These is rapid questions.
No. What if you're the cause of the betrayal?
Next episode.
Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to keep the conversation alive.
For exclusive episodes, behind the scene content, and to support the movement,
join our Patreon where the real supporters tap in.